What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the SPFL'S YouTube channel. Today's video, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, it's not my usual thing. I'm going to be reacting to FIFA 20 player ratings that the Rangers team have got. For those of you that aren't really interested in gaming and FIFA and all that type of thing, do not worry, because the channel will still be mainly based around the reaction videos. Ibrox IQ will be coming back, all the atmospheres from games and that will still be, of course, staying on the channel. But I know I do have some subscribers from back in the day that did enjoy my FIFA content, so I'm going to be bringing some of that back this year, as long as you guys are enjoying that and do want that on the channel. So of course let me know that in the comments down below. But let's get into this video where I'll be reacting to the players and hopefully the team's usable this year. Just quickly before I start talking about the individual players here, you see the little box that I'm in here. My YouTube and Twitter is down there below, as you know from just in the description of my previous videos. But my Twitch is there as well, but it's actually, I need to get it changed, I need to get it updated, because it's _YT now. It's not _96 like it says there, so apologies for that little confusion if any of you look for my live streams and you can't find it, but it is _YT. So we're going to start this off talking about McGregor. We see here he's got a gold card, deservedly so. He's European one, especially last year. He was amazing, saved us a lot of times. We all know McGregor deserves a gold card. He's well deserved, and following him, he stayed at 72. He was a 72 last year, if I do believe. Here's the comparisons to last year. So McGregor did indeed get a 2 rating upgrade, fully deserved in my opinion, and I'm glad Wes didn't get downgraded, because he only played a handful of games, but he's not done anything to deserve getting his downgraded. So overall, I would say the goalkeepers this year, here's the ratings, I would say they're fair. So the right backs for FIFA 20 are looking like this. We've got Tav, upgraded to a gold, fully deserved, had a great performance, top of the assist table, plenty of goals, fully deserves his rating this year. I'm going to actually take a look at his in-game stats in a moment. I'm just going to compare him to last year. So he's got his 1 upgrade, fully deserved for all his goals and assists last season. Flanagan, he's moved to a left back in this year's game, so we'll be looking at him in a moment. Polster was a 68 last year, and he's now been downgraded to a 67. I wouldn't necessarily say it's fair to downgrade him. I'd probably kept him at 68. Don't think he's had enough of a chance to prove himself. But when in the few games that he did have, I don't think he done himself wrong at all. So I would have liked to have seen him stay at 68. But getting into Tav's in-game stats for this year, we're going to have a look through, see what we think about it, see if we think it's fair. So 86 pace, he's a pretty quick guy, we'll give him that. 68 defending, probably about fair in comparison to other type of players in this game. He's got 3-star skills and 3-star weak foot, probably fair enough. Don't you really see him using his left too often, so possibly that one could have been a 2, definitely wouldn't have been a 3 is probably just about fair, and 3 fair enough, because you see him possibly could have been a 4 for Tav. He does, but a lot of it's like body movement and just powering past players, because he is quite strong, and that's come in here with his 80 strength, as you can see, 87 stamina. Fair enough, because he's up and down all game. Good crossing, good curve for a card of his stature, but 55 volleys. Are you kidding me? Have you seen this volley?
Ball yet for Kenny Miller. Tavernier on the
What a goal! So yeah, apart from that, I think his volley should definitely be upgraded, but overall, I'm pretty happy with that card. Very usable for this year. Moving on now to talk about our 4 centre halves that we've got. You can see here the ratings that I've got. I've got Helander at 74, Goldson at 74, Cartage at 71, Edmondson at 62. So right away, my initial reaction to that is fair enough for these two, Helander and Goldson. Cartage, for his last season, I'd like to see him up at possibly at least a 73. I think he's been pretty hard done by with a 71 rating, but we'll compare that to last season. But here you go, we've got Worrell last season, I won't go there. Edmondson, he's been upgraded, hasn't he? 4 rating upgrade for Edmondson, fair play. Goldson, he's been upgraded by 2, fair enough. Has he lost pace? He's lost 1 pace apparently from last year, but this is the current centre halves that we've got for this year. Realistically, for usable in team, it's going to be Goldson and Katic. Helander's just going to be, although he's got the best defending, he's just going to be too slow. We know that for this type of game, unless you want to play 3 at the back. But Goldson and Katic will be a good pair to use at centre half this year, and I'm excited to see what we can do with them. Time to speak now about the left backs, and As you can see here, EA have rated Borna Barisic the highest rated left back out of the three. Not surprised in that one at all. Now, Halliday and Flanagan, a lot of people, should Flanagan be lower rated than Andy Halliday? I do not think so. I think it should at the worst be the same rating, if not Flanagan one higher. I mean, I'm going to have a look at Flanagan's in-games here. 73 physical. I mean, the guy's an absolute brick. He's like a tank on two legs. What is his aggression? Oh, well, he's got 88 aggression. At least I've got that part right. It's the 63 stamina that obviously brings it down. That's probably more fair when I've actually been in and seen that he's got 88 aggression. What's his 5'11", low attack and work rate? Now, low attack and work rate is certainly right with him, that's for sure. 2-star weak foot, that's got to be a 1. I'm sorry, Flanagan, but it's definitely got to be a 1-star weak foot. We'll go back and have a look at Borna here, see what his in-game stats are looking like, because Borna is realistically going to be the left back that everyone will be using this year. He actually does look usable as well. So I'm going to put that he should have pretty good crossing stat. Once I go down and see this here, he's got 80 crossing, so that is fair enough for Borna Barisic. That is one of the main reasons that Rangers signed him in the first place. 52 free kick accuracy. EA, I'm going to have to call you out again. You call this 52 free kick accuracy?
It is Barisic, not much of a run. Oh. So
yeah, the free kicks need to go up for Borna, but comparing these left backs to last year, oh, Lee Wallace, oh, it's emotional. Oh, Miles Bierman. The emotions. Why did he slide tackle Lee Wallace? What happened? We'll never really know the true story. But Wallace was actually pretty usable as well last year, but Borna does look like a real player this year. So the defence does look pretty solid this year with Borna, Goldson, Katic and Tav. It's going to be pretty solid. So here we are moving on to the midfield, the central midfielders that Rangers have got, and things are getting a little bit tasty here. You've literally got a plethora of midfielders to choose from. This time you've got the highest rated three is Davis, Arfield and Jack here. Jack's defending should possibly be a little bit higher, but we'll go over and literally talk about some of the options you've got here. As the defensive ones, you've got Ryan Jack's going to be your best defensive option by a long shot. He's got decent pace for a CDM, good defending, good physical. Davis, although he's good and he's high rated, he's not really much of a FIFA card, like 54 pace, the low physical. It's quite hard to actually utilise him. Arfield would be good in like a centre mid, maybe a cam position. Aribo would be good in a cam position this year, but possibly as a second defensive midfielder, you're maybe looking at Kamara to sit in with Jack this year if you want to play a 2 CDM formation. But comparing this to last year especially, we're going to look at the upgrades. Jack stayed at 74, I think definitely. Going on to next season, I think Jack will become a gold, no question about it. If he keeps up the form that he's continued to, well, that he's shown from the start of this season, he's definitely going to go up to at least a 75 rated. Now that in form of last year there is, that's what he should be, let's not lie. But talking about Kamara here, he's had a big jump from last year. He's been upgraded 3. I think that was very, very deserved from last year's performance, especially one of the, like the Old Firm one at home where we won 2-0. I thought he was absolutely fantastic then. He was a breath of fresh air coming in for 50 grand. Glenn Kamara, the song that he got for himself last year. Koulibaly, of course, now gone. Doran's away at Dundee. Unfortunately, injuries kind of ruined his Rangers career, or what could have been, but best of luck to him at Dundee. Peña's now away, of course. We've got Jaria, who's now half the player of what Aribo is. We've just literally pressed that upgrade button and got Aribo for this season, but the midfield 3 look promising. Ryan Jack, 67 passing. Let me take a look at this in game here. He's got long passing of 70. You know what time it is, it's time to call him out again. EA, you call this 70 long passing? Of course that's not 70 long passing. The man is the Scottish Andrea Pirlo when it comes to that sort of thing. Going to look at his physicality here, 91 stamina, 81 aggression. Probably would have that strength up a little bit from 73. 2-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Pretty accurate from him. Defensive work rate. Ryan Jack looks like a solid CDM this year. He's going to be a fun card to use. But the midfield looks dominant. Whether you want to play 2 CDMs, 3 centre mids, it's a promising year for Ultimate Team and head-to-head if you want to use them. Going on to the left wing / left mid options that the Rangers have got this year. Kenty boy does top it as the best winger. I don't think anyone's really going to disagree with that. He's got rated 73, 88 pace. You've got really quick options this year. You've got Jones and Barker, 91 pace. I think the main choice is going to be Kent. Let's just have a little look at his in-game card. I'm presuming he'll have at least 4-star skill moves. 4-star skill moves and a 5-star weak foot. I mean, sheesh, I'm not complaining. I thought he does use the left foot quite a bit. I'd say probably 4-4 maybe I would have expected that, but 4-5, damn, what a card he is going to be this year. 92 agility, 85 balance. Very, very happy with this card. What a card he is going to be using this year. He's always going to be the left wing option. You do have plenty of other options though in Jones and Barker. Murphy as well, because he's got good shooting on him. He does probably use, well, maybe more as like a cam if you're playing like head to head where chemistry doesn't matter. Possibly playing him in that cam position, but comparing this to last season, yeah, it's better options. Kent, he's had quite a big upgrade. He's had a 4 upgrade. Possibly I would even have him a little bit higher, even up to that 75 rated gold card. I do think he would deserve that, although I know that is quite a big jump from what he's got. The main thing is he's been upgraded 4, which is definitely deserved because he had what season he had last season. Murphy, he's been downgraded by 2. You're just expecting that with his injury and being out all that time. That's just normal for EA to downgrade players. But for me, it's always going to be Kenty boy getting chosen that left wing for this year. Briefly going over the right wing options, you're really going to have Ojo as your man, but 56 physical. Have you seen the man? He's an absolute tank. I'm going to go in and look what his strength actually is in game because he's literally built like a brick, you know what. Like, let me see this man's strength. 65 strength, 44 aggression. I wouldn't say it's too far off because I don't see him as the really aggressive type. He should be a bit faster as well, maybe like that mid-80s mark, but what's his weak foot? 3-star weak foot? Probably about fair. He did score that good curved goal with his right foot, although he does always want to go on his left, but 56 physical for him is a joke. Now comparing this to last year's right mid options, you had Candace, who was actually a really good Ultimate Team card with the 4-star skill moves, but he was rated 74, and the fact that EA don't have Kent as a 74, well, they've got him less than Candace. They think Kent's last season was worse than Candace was when he was performing at Rangers. I mean, I don't know what they were watching, but going from that, Kent should at least be a 75. Now going on to talk about the final options, which is the strike force that we've got, and right away here you're seeing the ratings of Defoe and Morelos. Both gold cards, rightfully so, but in my opinion Morelos and Defoe should be swapped ratings. I think on current form, at just their current stages of their career, I think Morelos is a better player than Defoe. I think he should be rated the 76 and Defoe should be the 75. I think Alfie's had a good upgrade. We're going to compare this to last season quickly. 73 he was last season, so he's had a 2 upgrade, very well deserved. 80 pace, 70 shot, maybe up towards the mid-70s he could be for all the goals that he's had, but 81 physical is very fair for him. We'll just take a look at his in-game stats since he is going to be the main striker for everyone to use this year who is playing with the Rangers. We have his pace, I would say it's about fair. He's not absolutely blistering, but he's certainly not slow. 85 strength, 81 aggression. That aggression should possibly be up near the 90s, I would say, but apart from that, he genuinely does look like a very good card. 4-star weak foot as well, deserved. 3-star skill moves. Oh, I think he's going to be a great player this year. Comparing the Defoe Morelos cards, 67 pace for Defoe I would say is fair. The physical, fair enough, but 82 shot, his shot is not that much better than Morelos. Of course, prime Jermaine Defoe, right? We know his shot's absolutely lethal, but I would say 82 shots. If he's at 82, then Morelos can't be down at 70. That's all I'm saying. Greg Stewart here, he's realistically not going to have a look in when you've got them other 2 options. Comparing these strikers to last year, Defoe has had a 1 downgrade. I mean, I don't think he deserved to have been downgraded, to be fair. I thought he's performed pretty well within a Rangers jersey, and the stats definitely show that. Of course, Lafferty and Umar are not here. Unfortunately, we cannot use them this year. I know. So gutted about that. But no doubt, Morelos and probably Defoe are going to get themselves some informs this year, and the team, it does generally look good. But what I'm going to do now is just quickly go over the full SPL and see how the Rangers team compare to others in the league. So we've got James Forrest coming in as the top rated player, is 77 rated. I mean, he did win Player of the Year, right? So we'll give EA him having the one higher rating just for that. But El Yunusi coming in at a 76, McGregor coming in at a 76, Brown at a 75. If Brown is a 75, why is Ryan Jack at 74? I mean, I've got no idea how they've came to that conclusion. But one thing that EA have settled the debate on is the striker debate in Scotland, because, you know, EA, their Ultimate Team cards are absolute factual and no one can disagree with them and their ratings. So they've got Edouard down here as a 74, Morelos as a 75, and Defoe as a 76 striker. So Edouard is scientifically proven to be the third best striker in Scotland. So after going over the team and looking at the in-game stats of players, this is something I would go with in head-to-head or Ultimate Team, because we know Jones playing in that, although he's a left winger, on the right forward position you could get him up to 7k. I think that would be the best way to play the team in my opinion. Of course you can play the few different formations, but this probably will be my favourite formation to go with this year. Formations are of course up to you. I've just said these are the best players to be using. I think head-to-head as well, if you're wanting to do co-op and that with your mates, I think this is a team to be going with, and that's what I will be doing. But I'm just going to quickly go over, for you guys that are still interested in FIFA 20 and will be playing it, here is my starter team for the year. It's 50k that I've managed to, well, it's about 60k that I've spent on this team, and this is what I'll be starting with. I've got, well, you can see the players here. I've got a little Brazilian BPL hybrid going here. I'll be playing the 4-3-2-1 in game. Hopefully this does me well until I can hopefully start getting those elite rewards in Foot Champs and Rivals and building the team up. But that's going to be all for this video, guys. Thank you so much if you have managed to stay until the end of this video. Put your PSNs, it's PSN I play on, down below in the comments, and I'll add a few of yous. We can play games against each other, maybe co-op, that sort of thing. If you're interested, let me know your thoughts on the team, on the individual players, and if you're going to be buying FIFA 20, let me know if you're looking forward to it as well. So hit that subscribe button if you are new and you're looking forward to not only FIFA content, but match reactions, all that good stuff. I will be streaming as well. Do remember, it's not OHSteely_96, it's OHSteely_YT. Will be my Twitch if you want to go and follow me over there. The Twitter's there as well to keep updated on me and the videos that I'll be releasing. So thank yous again for watching if you have made it to this point. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. We'll catch you in the next one.